Hello. The following addiction I blame on Russ from Aquarimax Pets, and I will have a link down below in the description box to his website, his YouTube channel. He's just an amazing guy. He's into all the bibits and shit like that, and it's just wonderful. This is a part of me that few people know, but some people do know this about me. I'm into the snakes and the geckos and, all things critter and creepy crawlies and all that kind of stuff. So let's get my ugly mug off of the shot and let's play the video that I recorded of my isopods. So these are Armadillidillium. I butchered that. They're zebra isopods. And they're incredible because I said so. They're striped like a zebra, hence the name. These ones are actually very, very active. They get a decent size. You could just see their pattern. It's incredible. It's not like super flashy, like iridescent or anything like that, but I absolutely adore these guys. I only have about 10 or 12 of them. Half of them are out on display at all times. That is the point of this video. It's to share with all of you out there that might see this video, so all like 4 of you, my experience with them. Very active. Now, these are my dairy cow isopods, which are known to be very large and very prolific and one of the most active. Where are they? I don't see any of them. I've got 24 of them. I've had them reproduce. All these isopods, by the way, I just got like a couple of weeks ago. But look underneath. Boom. There they are. I apologize. I'm using a webcam here. Logitech C920, and I was trying to zoom in or get it to focus, autofocus. It wasn't working too well, but you kind of get the gist of what they look like. They're incredibly fast. They are never around. I have not seen my isopods once. Look how fast he is since I got them. The only time I see them is when I flip it. Now, this is my wild colony that I got from forests around where I live in Canada, in the province of Ontario. You could see that one looks like a real pill bug there. It looked a little bit iridescent. Normally, they say not to mix different species together because one will kind of dominate the other one. But look at that. These all live together in the wild. Now, I'm going to actually pause this video here. Some of them you can tell, like the pill that we saw in the beginning, it looked very round. It didn't have like that flaring out skirting like the one over here, or pretty much all the other ones. It appears like there's about 2 or 3 different species. You can really see the yellow dots on some of them. Like you can just tell there's a lot going on there. Now, I could probably take the ones that look like a black pill, they almost look like a zebra actually, and separate them like the one by my left thumb right now. I could probably try to move them out, but I found all of these guys living together in the wild. So I want to literally keep them all the same in their habitat that I have here. Look at the one that I'm pointing at with the yellow dots again, almost sort of kind of not really looks like not a magic potion, but an alvagir. I forget the scientific name. I had it off the top of my head. And again, if I pause it here, keep your eye out on the one next to him. He's like an orange. It's almost like a scaber of some sort. I have a Vulgari. Sorry, the other one looks like a Vulgari with the yellow dots. So it looks like there might be up to 3, maybe 4 different species. Again, this is in Ontario, the province of Ontario, in the country of Canada, essentially the province that's north of New York City. So if you don't know Canada and you're American, just think north of New York City. You know, that province. Now, this little guy here, what's amazing about him is each species have their own unique characteristics, and I will go as far as saying that each isopod has their own personality. This guy is always out on the prowl. It's always the exact same one. He always does a perimeter of the wood. Literally on the edges, there's that orange one again off to the left over here. And it's just incredible. I'm just so fascinated by these guys. They're very, very low maintenance. Let me just kind of re-loop it for a second while I'm flapping my gums here. And they're just a lot of fun. So if you're looking to buy some based on Russ and other people, and even my experience, I would definitely say get the zebra isopods, the Armadillidium macadamian. No, that's not what it is. I'll have the words in the description box. Maculatus, I think it is. And they're the zebra isopods. From my experience, they're the most active. The Porcellio Laevis dairy cow, those are the ones that I never see unless I pick up the cork. They're still a lot of fun because they get a really good size. They're fairly cheap as well. Whether you're in Canada or the US, they're one of the most inexpensive kind to get, along with the zebra isopod. And go ahead, look in your backyard, go into forests, look under leaves and branches if you're really into these guys. As you can see, my little wild-caught colony is doing pretty good. But these guys here, the Porcellio Laevis dairy cow, there's also Porcellio Laevis orange, there's Porcellio Laevis silverback. They are all different species. Like the oranges aren't quite as active, they don't get quite as big, right? So, again, between the different species, they literally have different characteristics even within the Porcellio Laevis. And again, boom, just how fast that one is. And I still can't get over my wild-caught colony. Again, that one looks a little bit sort of kind of not really like the zebra. You could see that shiny black iridescence with the white lines. I only have maybe about 3 to 5 of those in this wild-caught colony here. As we take another look again, and the other ones, let me try and pause it again. Right? Like over here, that looks like a scaber, sort of, kind of, or an what was the word I said earlier? Alvarez? I can't remember. But yeah, it's just wild. This one's kind of like orangish. Like when you just look at them all, look at how white that one is, how orange that one is, how much this one, roly-poly, is that what they call them? The ones that actually roll up in the ball. This one skirts out a little bit. That's just a bit of a darker. Yeah, so I can't really tell, but I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's too blurry when I pause it. But yeah, I think there's about maybe 3 or 4 different species, and because I don't know what I'm doing, I've only been in this, like I said, for a couple of weeks, if even that, more like a week. I thought that since I found them together in the wild like that, I would bring them home and keep them together like that. If some of them end up overpowering the other, so be it. I'd love to save them all, but that's nature for you. Anyhow, let me know down below in the comment section if you were aware of these guys. They're actually what's considered a cleanup crew. You could put these, depending on the species, and Russ will tell you all about that. Depending on the species, you could put them in tanks with like leopard geckos and crested geckos and bearded dragons, and they help sort of literally just do that. Clean up all the gunk, the shit, the leftover food, the poop. They make it so that your environment becomes bioactive. Something like, again, this is all off the top of my head. I don't have a script here. I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head, and that's kind of hard to do. But that's what these guys are meant for generally. Except now that we're seeing all these different color morphs and all that, some people have taken to keeping some of these as an actual pet. And I can definitely see why. They are just absolutely incredible. I could go on about it all day, and you know what? I won't, because I don't want to bore people to death. So as always, if you liked the video, still can't get over that orange one here, orange brownish, bronzish one. Excuse me. Go ahead, give the video a thumbs up. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll make sure you wake up in the middle of the night covered in these guys. Then again, for some of you, that might actually be a good thing. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great. This is not my usual kind of content. In terms of interest, it is, but my channel is predominantly more focused on cringe comedy, Batman fail impressions, and video games. Predominantly video games. Like 90% of my channel is video games. The other 10% is some random shit here and there. Oh, look at me playing guitar. Oh, look at my pets. That sort of stuff. So, anyhow, take care. Let me know down below what you think of these guys. Do you have any? Have you heard of these things before? And maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.